problem now. At the start of the new year, I turned off notifications for like most of my apps.
Yeah.
So like Instagram, Facebook, and it was like last week I was like, oh yeah, I didn't check that in 2 days. So that I'm seeing like, oh, just waiting for Holly to pick her tree. And I'm like, oh, this person like,
like that's me.
tagged me in this. I don't know what they tagged me in because it's gone now at the story. So
yeah.
It's a struggle.
I'm gonna let my people introduce themselves in a moment, but I see Barrett is in the chat, and if you're not feeling well to even be in the chat, please leave. I love you. I'd rather you are recovering than pushing yourself to even be in chat. I think I was on a Twitch stream. It might have been YouTube, but there was a Twitch stream, and someone was like, oh, I have a headache. And I was like, please leave. And my co-hosts were like, excuse me? And then people in the chat were like, don't say you're not feeling well. Zara will kick you out in the name of self-care.
I love it.
So yeah, I'm going to let my co-hosts introduce themselves. We're going to go around clockwise. So starting with Holly, Martin, then Nia, and then I will finish it because I think maybe I have a few new people in chat, maybe, or it's someone who I just haven't seen in a while in chat. So Holly, you go.
Hi everyone, my name is Holly. You can find me as Write Holly Davis all over the place. I'm a kidlit writer and the host of the Diversity is Lit book club. Today, the first sprint, I'm going to be working on like repurposing a YouTube video, like taking some of a longer live stream and repurposing it because I didn't film a video and didn't feel up for setting everything up. But then I will also be working on my developmental edits for Project Diamond. So yeah, that's my plan. Also, I think there's 16 people watching and there's only 12 likes. So
calling people out.
Holly's on it.
Thank you, Holly.
Yes.
You want to go, Martin?
So I'm Martin. I'm a sci-fi writer currently working on a series called The McMurdo Rift. Today I am working on my reader magnet, and I'm also putting some work into a book trailer because everyone says don't do that. And
you're one of those people. Okay.
And well, the difference is I can do it well and not spend an outrageous amount of money doing it. So I think it's worth the punt. And I'm also part of the AuthorTube Brit Pack, which is a secret club of English and Scottish authors who get tapped on the shoulder by Colin Clark and told you're in the Brit Pack now. And we had our first stream on Friday.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
Yeah, I watched half of it on the replay before I had to go, so it was a lot of fun. They're hilarious.
We're trying to find a fine balance of commentary on author life, decent writing advice, and mere anarchy.
I don't think you can balance mere anarchy. I think that's like antithetical to the thing. I mean, with Kate, we just say it's chaos, it's fine, and we roll with it. So like,
life finds a way.
Can you post the link to that so I can watch it?
To the live one. Whose channel was it on again?
That was on Colin Clark's channel.
Okay, I will find it during the first sprint, and I will post it in the public chat.
Cool.
The newly published Audible narrator Colin Clark.
Yes.
Yes.
And I am Nia the Vixen of Fiction. I'm on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. I occasionally will post writing videos, but I mostly do live streams. I do AuthorTubers React at the end of the month with Zara and a couple other co-hosts. If you ever want to be on, just let us know. I also host Scripting the Book, which we'll be doing today at 2 o'clock instead of 12 o'clock, and we're doing The Princess Bride. So if you want to come talk about that with us, we'll be on my channel at 2 o'clock today. And what else do I do? I'm a writer of sci-fi, historical fiction, and fantasy, and I'm working on a comic. Today I'm going to be doing some revisions on the middle grade of my novel. I have a novel that's going to go from middle grade to YA to new adult. So I'm doing some revisions on the middle grade one so that I can get it nailed down and start posting the little comic snips. So much to do.
So little time.
I know, never enough time.
My name is Sarah Hoffman. I'm the self-published author of 6 books, a young adult paranormal romance trilogy, a new adult sci-fi romance trilogy, and I write whatever comes to mind. So last week I finished a young adult dystopian romance, which is a standalone first draft. I'm waiting for feedback from some people. And I will be switching over to my new adult spy, not sci-fi. Ooh, so used to saying that. Sorry. My new adult spy thriller that I'd been working on before Nano, but then I switched over to the Matchmakers since then. So I'll be switching back over to that after I do more research on my Capstone project. So
I would love to write a espionage thriller. I read loads and I love Jean Le Carré, and there's a guy called Ben McIntyre who writes espionage non-fiction, which just blows my mind.
Wow.
Ooh.
There's a great book called The Spy and the Traitor about a guy who worked in the Russian embassy in London in the 90s who defected to the British, and basically his signal for extraction was to walk down a street in Finland carrying a British supermarket bag, not a specific chain, any British supermarket bag. And the sign that his signal had been received is that an agent who he did not know would walk the other way eating a British chocolate bar.
That's great.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Ben McIntyre's stuff is wonderful.
I posted 2 surveys that I need people to take for my capstone project, because you're here, which means you're a writer, which means you can take this one, but you're also probably a reader. So I'm assuming you're going to be taking this one. So, Capstone is like my thesis for this grad school program in publishing. So it's kind of important. With that said, I'm going to share the Forest Room code. Barrett, I'm sorry, but I'm overruling your cactus because you're not actually here. So we're going to do a tree of my picking, and then we will do Holly's, Martin's, and Nia's picks, respectively. Let's do this one. No, we're not doing 180 minutes. I'm not Kate. I do that when I'm like, I need to go to sleep at a certain time, which means I can't afford to be on my phone for like who knows how many hours. I just kind of lock myself out of my phone with the deep focus mode. And, you know, if there's an emergency, I'd be like, screw the tree. But normally there's not, so I'm fine. 4 Yankee, 6 Echo, Victor, 6 Uniform, Sierra Golf. It will be up on screen in just one moment.
Is that the one for like the Lunar New Year?
There's another one that is like Good Luck Bamboo, but it doesn't look as nice when it's only 25 minutes. I was like, this one also works. So this one's called a Chinese cattail, and I'm like, could have just called it a cattail and it would have been accurate, but you know. I see people are entering the room. That looks like the normal amount of people who enter. So I think we'll start at the 15-minute mark. Which means I need to share. StreamYard now lets you add an extra camera.
Ooh.
If you click
What?
share at the bottom, it slides extra camera, video file, and share screen. That's exciting.
Oh,
Mia, you'll be able to do Loki Cam a lot easier.
cool.
Riley's coming sometime this morning, hopefully before the end of the stream. So my mom's going to be dropping her off, so I'll bring her up on camera when. Okay, gonna put the ticker now, so I don't forget to promote Barrett, who couldn't be here on screen. And it was okay. Someone said it was Regina with the headache. There was someone else though who had a headache. And Regina was like, don't tell Zara, she'll kick you off after I told her that. So, yeah. Okay, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Also, StreamYard is malfunctioning and showing me the comments again. So I might have to reload, which means I disappear and come back. So don't be alarmed if that happens. that was the end of our first sprint. How did everyone do?
I did well. I was like, oh yeah.
You're
I'm
first in the alphabet. You're like, I'm waiting for Barrett, who's not here.
Yeah. No, that was good. I did the thumbnail for the YouTube video and started to get that all put together and cut what I wanted.
Woo! Always good.
Yes.
I got about half the scenes outlined for this reader magnet, which I'm hoping is going to be about 10, 11K. So I've got about 7 scenes. I love outlining. I like when you have it and can work from it, but the bit where you have to do it is like pulling teeth, except I've had teeth pulled, and that never really takes longer than an hour.
Well, Barrett can tell you that apparently my outlining method on Ko-fi is like the best thing ever. I'm like, it's very rudimentary, but and Regina, who's always in chat. This was back when she was saying, the thing about telling Barrett to feel better, but yeah.
I really should put together a online course for my patented story sheets method.
I mean, you could put together a course, or you could just put together a PDF and sell it in your Ko-fi store until you're ready to make the course.
Yes, I should.
Because also some people prefer to just read, and then you could do it so that if people buy the course, they get the PDF with it, but then also just have the PDF so people can buy it and get some
the course would basically be me saying, use a spreadsheet.
Right, but still, I think I'm always like, put something in your shop. Like if you have a Ko-fi page and you don't have signed books that you can sell there yet, make something as a PDF and throw it up there.
Yeah.
I mean, not crap, please, because no one would buy that, but
Yeah. Something that someone wants.
Bye, Anna. Thank you for being here.
I did the dreaded check the emails because I'm really, really bad at checking emails. I usually only remember to check them if someone tells me, hey, I sent you an email. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm going to go check for that.
I told both of you to check your Instagram DMs to pick trees.
Yes, I saw that. Okay. Yeah.
I just was looking.
Yeah.
Well, I saw that. So yes, for the 11th. Okay. And then
you're the 11th and the 13th. So you got to pick two.
Oh,
one for
okay.
each. Or you could pick one for both.
Oh yeah, I guess I could do that. I don't know. I'll probably sit through and look for a long time and then still pick one of the same 4 that are my favorites.
Look, I just give you the option, and that's whatever you do with it is up to you.
Yeah, I'm thinking and I read over the first part of what I need to start doing some edits and rewrites on. So I should be good to go. And I'm freezing. So I snuck and I turned the heater on because the rest of my family is fine. So I'm like, if I just bump it up, but I can't have too much heat on because it gets really super dry. And
yeah, I mean, that's why I rarely turn on the heat. And Kelly, God bless her, messaged me one time and she's like, are you okay? Like, I know it's winter in New York and I know that you're always cold, but like you seem more cold than usual. Is your heat not working? It's like the snowstorm. And I'm like, oh, no. It works. It just gives me a headache. So I don't turn it on.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think because it's so humid down here naturally, I'm just used to it. So when the heater's on, it's so dry. And I don't like it, but I also don't like being cold because then I feel like my fingers are like this. And I'm like, this looks unusual.
Well,
why my fingers are just cold. That's all.
I have these and I did buy like gloves that cover my fingers. And because I thought they'd be more form-fitting than what so I could type, but they were still a little bit too bulky for me to type
mine are
comfortably
bulky.
on my laptop. But I'm now thinking I have my ergonomic keyboard in front of me. Maybe I'll try the gloves again. The
I
full-on
just
gloves.
forgot. I haven't worn these in a while, but like the Story Arts gloves. I totally
Yeah,
forgot I have these.
I have Alice in Wonderland, I
And
think. Or no,
Black Beauty, because there was the horse. I was like, there's a horse on it.
hold on. I don't remember whether I have the Alice in Wonderland or the Pride and Prejudice. Because I think I also got like a scarf from them. So I don't remember which was which.
Yeah, I am typing on my different keyboards. So I'm using my pretty one today. So I might try to go get my fingerless gloves and see. But yeah, when I'm on my like the flat keyboard for my laptop, it just feels like I'm like crunching around because they're so bulky. So I might try that because I'm like literally like, oh my gosh, my fingers are so cold. Everybody else is fine. It's just me. Everybody else is like, it can be 50 degrees in the house and they don't care.
This is back to talking about like the anarchy. And then
of course
I had mistyped the second form for some reason. I think I got distracted by something, so I didn't type in the actual rest of the form URL. So it's this zarahoffman.typeform.com/reading-habits or /capstone survey.
Okay.
If you haven't taken that one.
I think because it messed up, I think I might have done the same survey twice. So
I can check. If you did, do you want me to take them more?
Are the questions the same?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So just the one, if you see one that just came in, you can disregard that one.
Do you want the newer or the older responses?
The older response, because I think with the newer one, I kept saying, what did I answer before? Why is it surveyed the same? So the older one, keep the older one, not the one that just came in like probably like 5 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago.
You're gonna have to be more specific. 4 people did it today.
The age on it will be 40 something.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I was like,
I like 20, 22.
Yeah, okay.
I'm the one that's 40.
I deleted that one.
Okay. Right. So I will go do this one.
That was totally my bad. Yeah.
Because something happened and I was like, is this not right? So then I think I took part of it off and that one came up, but I think it's because I had already looked at I had already done the other one, so it kind of popped back up.
That was my bad. Hello. Natalie was working on a self-publishing project. Interesting, exciting, but paused to make pancakes. Sounds delicious.
Oh, she's bringing us pancakes.
Now
I know, right? Nina got 269 words in her horror sci-fi novella. Awesome. She had outlined that on my last stream. Chandra finished reading a chapter and started on the second chapter, writing a short answer response for the class. Gotcha.
I'm assuming Richard's hit his 3K already for the day and hasn't hung around to tell us.
We'll see. Working on edits and corrections. I mean, annoying but important. No, I just manage my own business on AuthorTube, which is what I did during the sprint. Instead of doing my capstone work, I was like, I'm just going to message the people for my next 3 streams. Not my next 3 streams. For my 3 streams after the one that I'd already gotten trees from people. So, finished chapter 4. Awesome. Did some planning. The rest of February is filling up so fast, so trying to fit in enough time for writing goals will be interesting. 462. Tried to do the first survey, but halfway through I found that I don't know enough to. That's okay. I mean, you could have kept going. It's okay, but if you stop, that's also okay. Thank you. Are you saying you're writing the second part of your first story, or you're writing the second part of your second story? But either way, good on writing. Let me share Holly's pick.
Yay. Sorry, I'm distracted because I'm doing the second survey.
No, it's fine. I also realized that Martin actually picked the cattail that we just planted, so we'll have 2 of those today.
Cool.
But we're gonna have Holly's starburst in between. And I'm popping up the forest room code. 6 Bravo Uniform X-Ray Zulu Tango Golf Sierra Golf. Just making sure I typed that correctly before I put it up. I said it correct. I said what I thought I saw, but I wanted to make sure that what I saw was correct, you know?
I always try to like type it in as you say it, but I missed that one.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. It's fine. It's not a race. Well, it is for me to say it and get it up so people can enter, but.
Right. Yeah, I keep almost wanting to do the first survey because I did that like way back in the day, but I'm like, no, this second one definitely I have not done.
Yeah,
before.
yeah. I think Regina had also filled out like the first survey twice because I hadn't made it clear that like, oh, this is the same one as like before. You know, because I had added it to my Twitch like as a timer or something. So when she saw it, she's like, oh, and I was like, oh, sorry, that was the same one. I should have made that clear. So yeah. But the reading survey, the longest thing it says it takes 7 minutes. I feel like those 2 extra minutes are honestly you finding what ethnicity you are in the list. Because I like went alphabetically and there are 89 options. And then the rest is like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to blank? It's a very fast survey aside from the ethnicity question, which I don't have in the how diverse do you think it is survey, and I'm like, I'm not going back and adding that. Okay, writing the second part of the first story for clarity is what Hilo. I don't know if I'm supposed to be pronouncing all of the vowels or if it is just a cool way of saying, yeah, like I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce that. Because when I first saw it, I thought it was supposed to be Hielo, but then Regina was like, hi, Lo, and I was like, oh, I don't know anymore. Okay, people are in the forest room. We are going to start, even though it is 53 minute, it's the 53-minute mark instead of I'm 55, I'm just 2. Yellow. Oh. See, I don't know Spanish. Thank you, Regina. It means ice in Spanish. Okay. I was going to say Hilo is a type of drink, but that's a highball and not Hilo. So I'm going to stop making a fool of myself. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. that was the end of our second sprint. And like a complete dum-dum, I forgot to put Holly's Ko-fi on screen while we were doing it because I ran off to do something for my mom before that I needed to get done before she comes to drop Riley off. There was a smell on my couch when I first got it, and we had like some guy come forever ago, and he used the spray, and he's like, "Oh, like I combined these two things," and I was cleaning out my closet a few days ago, and I found the ingredients, and so my mom was like, "Oh yeah, like can you make me some too?" And I was like, "Yeah, I should do that before she arrives because I don't know when she's arriving."
Oh, no.
I in my hurry, I forgot to put on this. So check out Holly on Ko-fi. Everyone's Ko-fi's links, including Barrett's, is in the description. I almost said chat. Description. Probably too many cleaning chemicals on right now. There wasn't any bleach, but I still think my brain's a little bit like high on fumes right now.
Oh,
I want to let my co-hosts say how they did during this sprint.
Yes, I have like about 2 minutes left to edit in the YouTube video, so that's going well. Almost done, and then I can move on to editing the novel.
Oh, Martin's back.
Yeah.
I was missing out on the glove fun.
Oh, nice.
I've got about 110 words down, but I'm working on the script for this book trailer, which is, you spend a year working on a series and making something really complicated, and you're like, how do I boil this down to 1 minute?
That's why I write book descriptions as a service. The person I'm doing it for is currently not in the chat, but I kept bugging them. I'm like, I know you sent me like 3 pages of notes about the story. Great. Very, very helpful. I don't understand your world, so I'm going to need you to clarify a few more things for me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh goodness.
That's tough.
Let's see. I got my audiobook going, so that was good, and just trying to think of like going through and doing simple edits, like just the things that pop out right away. It's good when you have had some time away from something and you get fresh eyes on it, and it's like, oh, some of these things are very obvious. But I have a harder time when I'm like in it repeatedly looking at it. I'm like, I stop seeing it because it's what's in my head is what I start seeing. So I'm like, it's fine.
You're
fine.
like, I know it. And your readers are like, not on the page though. So
look at it now. So
well, I don't see it. I have aphantasia, but it's like, I know this is the thing. And
yeah.
So that's like why I always ask my alpha readers. I'm like, is something confusing? What do I need?
Or repetitive.
Yeah.
Because when you hear yourself reading it or saying it so many times, you don't notice maybe something, you've said this again. And I'm like, I don't need to say that again. Take that out.
The thing is that first of all, it might be 6 chapters were actually written back in 2015 because my nano project I was a nano rebel this year, was my creative writing like thesis in high school. That was an option. I was like, hell yes, please. So while I did tweak them at the start of Nano, like me finishing my draft only a few days ago has given me enough distance that when I'm reading it, I can be like, oh, okay. And then also I already have I have 3 out of my 7 alpha readers who have already done comments on it. So I can just like plop them, copy and paste them into Scrivener, which is a bit of an arduous task. But it's still like, okay, I'm going to have all their feedback in one place. So then when I actually go through and edit, I'll have like 2 degrees of separation where it's like, I haven't read it myself in a while and I want to see what they said before I read it
and be like, oh, it's still there, where I can just be like, no, they literally have proof that it's not there. So I don't have to go through it's there, no, it's not, like back and forth, where it's just like, they're telling me, so I'll fix it in one round.
Cool.
Yeah. I do that too, Chandra. She says she copies and pastes and lets it read to her. I highly recommend this. It's one of my favorite things to do.
I have Speechify. Okay, I have Natural Reader. I'm sorry. I've been seeing so many ads for Speechify that my brain did the wrong thing. And someone left a review on Obscure Origin, the first book in my sci-fi book, and they're like, I really liked it, but I think running it through like a, robot voice would help you pick up on certain things. And I replied to them because it was a private message through Story Origin app, and I was like, thank you so much. I haven't done that before because I've relied on my like alpha readers, but I will do that moving forward. So we'll see how that goes.
Yep, I love doing that. It's great.
The tech's really jumped ahead in the last couple of years. It's getting scarily good.
Yeah. I took a class on digital formats and publishing, and one of the things we talked about is like voice actors who, okay, we have AI that can make their voice that good. Does that mean like it's artificial? So do they have the right to go after you if you used an AI version of their word? Do they still have to license their voice because it's not them actually saying the thing and you're making money off of it? And to me, I'm like, because I'm friends with all these actors from like Broadway and things like that, because that's kind of what I grew up with. No, Chandra, you didn't miss the code. Where I'm like, yes, you license the voice, even if it's going to be AI generated words. Like, why is this a question?
Apparently there's a scam going around where people are like, oh, this is an audition for a drama, and the lines for the audition is giving permission to use the voice. And then
oh my God, that's awful.
Yeah.
Oh, no. No.
Okay, I did it in reverse order, Holly, so I put it up and now I'm going to read it. 5 Papa Whiskey Victor Charlie Juliet Mike Sierra Golf. Sorry. I'm not sick. I just choked on my own spit.
There we go. Sometimes I just miss one letter.
I do too. That's why I try to catch it when she's reading it.
Yes.
I mean, I'm happy to read it out again. It's not like a one and done. If someone wants me to read it out again, I can.
You're fine.
The W and the V next to each other is kind of mean.
Yeah.
The font is better on here than it is in the Forest app, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, that's evil.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even though they're both sans serif, like it's bolder here, so it is a little bit
so that
easier,
the
in my
W and the V
opinion,
aren't
to
so
differentiate. But what was that? I was doing something and my dyscalculia came out really strong and I was like, which for those of you who don't know, that's dyslexia, but for numbers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, let's see how people did, because people are in the forced room, but I think I'm going to wait until the 30-minute mark. So 2 more minutes to enter the room if you'd like. Nina got 245 words. Richard came back after a few tech problems, but got words down at 12:41 for the day.
Nice.
Wow.
Normally I try and get my writing in before I do my homework, but I've been just like, because I finished a book, I'm like, I need a break. And also this is due on Tuesday and I don't know how much of it is due on Tuesday. So what I'm probably going to do is end up showing up and my teacher's going to be like, you didn't have to do all this for today. And I'll be like, well, it's done now. So, yeah. And then 417 words for Haley. Regina corrected 12 pages and Natalie folded laundry.
It counts.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm going to remember to put up the Ko-fi page of the person who picked the tree. And we are going to start momentarily. The nice thing is that like these are actually warm and have the digital
Oh, awesome.
thing. So
That helps a lot.
Yeah.
But normally when I'm outside, I just forget it altogether. My mom's like, "Where are your gloves?" And I'm like, either in these pockets or it not with me at all. And she's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "'Cause I forget, okay? I'm sorry." Okay, 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. If for some reason your forest app says it's not planting, it is, and it should show up at the end. How did people do?
Good. I just finished the video, like uploading it and yeah, putting the thumbnail and subtitles. So yay.
Woo.
I have been searching for fonts.
Fun.
Sorry, typefaces.
I mean, I say fonts.
I spent most of mine playing with Loki. He's decided that this is his time, not mine. I've tried treats, snacks, holding him, nothing's working. He's like literally, he's right here, like play with me. I don't know.
Aww.
Sorry, Loki.
Too cute.
Oh, he's just out of it. Oh, now you don't want to. Okay, I see how you are. Now he's like, no, I'm over here behaving. No, he's been like this the whole time. And he's obsessed with the gloves. So this is what I'm dealing with right now.
Oh, baby.
But in that, I tried to get some words. But I did have the audiobook going, so at least that. I know. I'm going to try and throw some more treats on the ground, let him go hide and seek. It doesn't last very long. He finds them all so fast. Okay, go find them.
Well, it's because of their nose.
Yeah. Oh no. I was reading Chandra's comment.
Oh, let me.
Huh.
What? Why is it doing that?
Yeah, that is weird.
Let me.
Stop looking. Okay, so apparently he thinks my gloves are toys. And he's just like, the more I move my hands, the more excited he gets. So I'm just going to take them off.
Pen leaked. Regina once wrote a whole book by
no.
hand and then paid a typist. Finished chapter 1 after almost an hour. Still awesome. Normally takes me longer to write a chapter, so that's really cool.
Way to go, Hilo.
Those are available on Amazon. Like there are a bunch of them. And then there is a tablet called Paper something. I can't remember what it's called. I will try and find it and send it to you, Regina. But there are ones you can put on an iPad that, allows you to still be in the Apple ecosystem with all your apps and things like that. Yeah, I want to get the new iPad for graduation because I've had one that's old and I do love it, but I think that being able to have the magnetic pencil with gestures and stuff, I think that would be better for me, given that Good Notes, not Goodreads, Good Notes like now has the gestures built in with the Apple Pencil. And with all the reading I do on my iPad, I just think, leveling up, that would be helpful to me. Yeah, I mean, you can lift anything that you put on your iPad or your iPhone, like a protective screen or anything. They have to.
Yeah. And the way that they do them now, because I just did one for my iPad Pro, the way that they do them now, they really try to help you really get it lined up really well with the arrows and the flip it here now, flip it back, and now make sure
they have a lot of things with guides and things. I think you'd be okay.
Yeah, because I have a little bit of a mat on mine. It's not too heavy, but it's good. Because I like that feel. I don't like the slippery feel of glass. Oh my goodness. Loki, you're going to have to go because this is insane. This is like the last group. Okay.
Haven't seen a Holly video in a long time. I'll make sure I'm still subscribed. Yes, sometimes YouTube randomly unsubscribes you from people, so please make sure that you're subscribed to me
Really? That's
and
crazy.
these
Yeah.
people.
Holly, are you getting close to a certain number, like a milestone number? Because I noticed that it does that a lot to me, especially now because I'm about to hit another one. I'm just like, okay, yay, I just got 4 or 5 new subscribers, and then they're gone. And I'm like, okay, how many of those am I going to get back? I have to wait for people to come back on and be like, oh,
why is IG doing this? Do you mean like actual posts or like stories or real? Like, I mean, it shouldn't be happening. That's weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not close to any milestone. I gain very slowly but steadily. That's that's the name of my follower game. So I'm at like 1.6K. I was at like 1.5, then finally 1.6. So it's just like it takes a while for my channel.
I normally don't really pay attention until I'm like getting close to a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting at 923, but I know I've been getting more followers than that. So it's like they could just they won't let me surpass 925 for some reason. Which is why I'm asking people to just check that you're still subscribed to me, because they take it away and then they don't give it back.
Evil.
Yeah,
which is what people used to tell me. They're like, "Oh, they'll give it back to you," and I'm like, "Well, I've been staring at this a lot," and the answer is no, they haven't.
Or sometimes you only get some of them.
It's like you got 9 new followers in the past 30 days, and I was like, that would put me at 935.
Yep.
Like,
that's ridiculous.
Because I keep bouncing around 277, and then it goes 28. And then at one point it was 29. We did something. I think we did the weekend thing. And I only notice it like when I go to log in, because it gives you that number. And I'm thinking, and I'm like, nope, don't get excited, because YouTube's going to be like, 10 people just subscribed. Let's play with her for a little bit. So I'm like, but because I'm getting close to 3 is why it's like popping out to me, and I'm like trying not to pay attention.
Yeah.
Look,
it's hard.
Look. The device I mentioned, I think you have to like do it through Dropbox or something. You can't do AirDrop or iCloud if you're not on like an iPad. As an underwriter, this feels strange but good. I mean, if you're happy with it, cool.
Yep, just write what comes out, and if it needs to be broken up, worry about that later.
Yeah,
if the words are coming, write them. Oh no!
Are you like posting them too close together? Like, are you posting them like?
Does it think you're spamming yourself?
Spamming?
Why would it think you're spamming yourself, though?
I don't know. An explosive object with a button, if you push, that will stick, and 5 seconds for it to. It's a timed bomb.
A detonator?
No, the detonator is the button you push, but if it explodes, then it's a timed bomb. A delay action bomb, you can call it that. But you could also just call it a bomb, because people know a lot of times that bombs, like most bombs by default, are timed. But if you're saying that you hit the button and then there's a delay action bomb or something like that, I don't know. You can just use whatever terms you want. You can go into.
I mean, the opposite would be a dead man switch, where if you stop holding the button, something happens.
Yeah, that's different. I watch too much NCIS. I know way too much about bombs.
I don't think that's possible. My wife assures me it's not possible.
Oh, that's great.
Watch.
It's one every 24 hours. I just looked at a publisher that has posted like an image every day-ish. I mean, they're really inconsistent with their posting. Like for the past week, they've done one every day, and then the last one was like 2 months, and I'm like, eh. So that's something I'm telling them they need to work on. But need something fancy, not like bomb. Radiator is not a good word because it sounds like other things.
Mm-hmm.
Like it sounds like a heater or something that emits radiation.
Yeah, we use radiators in cars, and then of course the heaters. So that might be confusing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So if you're saying not a bomb, like an explosion device, or come up, I guess you're asking us to come up with like a special name, but there isn't.
That's tricky.
I mean, you can make up like a name and then something bomb. So like if someone as if someone invented it, like the Edison light bulb, No, I know you're asking us to make it up, but like we're not in your world. We don't know what would fit. So what I'm saying is instead like have it like an easy way out is to just.
If you go on my
otherwise
Ko-fi
it's
page,
just-
I'll just set that up as a service I offer. Drop me some
Does
money.
it have a timer on it?
No, it doesn't sound like there's a timer on it. It sounds like you push the button and then there's a delay.
So is it just a
See,
timed bomb?
like people are just describing bombs without using the word bomb.
Yeah, it sounds like just a timed bomb. But if it's a specific world, I would just give that type of bomb a name.
Yeah, that's what, because I'm like, what it is a delayed action explosion, a delayed
action detonator.
Yeah, exactly. Or a bomb with a delayed action detonator. So we're just describing what it is, but clearly that's not what you're asking for. So
yeah.
Like you can just come up with a random name and then explain what it is in your book for the reader to understand, and then the next time you can just refer to it as whatever made up name you gave it.
Yeah, because you've already told the audience or your readers what it is.
Yeah.
So they know it's a delayed reaction bomb or a timed bomb or something like that.
Or someone could be like, did you place the blank? And it's like, okay, hit the button. And then someone's confused why it's not going off immediately. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's like 5 seconds. So we can like get out of blast range or something like,
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Stargate, so I like it when they think that they've got the timing right, and they're like, "Wait, did it not go off?" And they start to move, and then it blows up. Those are always fun.
They didn't want this.
I don't know why that's.
Well, in the Dark Knight, Heath Ledger improvised like hitting the button over and over because he hit it, and the set didn't explode immediately the way it was supposed to. Like there was a malfunction. Oh. So he was like in character, being like. Like whatever, and then it worked, and it's like, oh, that's like such a great scene, and then you find out that
it wasn't supposed to be like that. Oh my gosh,
that's funny.
Okay,
Stargate
was great for just giving things acronyms and never referring to what they were again.
Yep.
So I used a few like real military acronyms in my sci-fi novel, and then people were like, what is that? So I had to spell it out the first time. And then sometimes with people, I don't remember that. And I'm like, well, I said it once and I'm just leaving it at that.
Just with a glossary in the back of the book. It's fine.
I assume you spelled it out phonetically.
Not quite. Okay, Willow, 25. And the code for our final sprint is 57 Echo, Charlie, Quebec, Hotel, Romeo, Sierra Golf. These have been pretty good at typing on my ergonomic keyboard, except the I and the O for some reason, which have the same spacing as all the other letters from each other.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Wow, this time went by fast. You're like, last sprint. I'm like, huh? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kelly was on my stream as a guest on Friday. And she's like, was it just me or did that stream go by like a fever dream? And I was like, yeah, it went by like a fever dream. But it's like I'm doing all this homework, so I know that I'm obviously getting stuff done. But I reached the end and I'm like, was that really more than 2 hours? By the way, it's 11:11. Make a wish, everyone.
I like those numbers.
Everyone's having keyboard problems. I dropped this Logitech little keyboard that I have at my mom's because I was sick of lugging this to my mom's every single time because I had to bring like a bigger bag every time I wanted to go to work and knew that I'd be working. So I dropped the keyboard and then all for like 15 minutes, the I key wasn't working. But then I turned off the Bluetooth and turned it back on and it was fine. And I was like, okay, note to self, don't drop this keyboard. Like it was an accident, obviously. But it was like,
yeah, we're going to mess up.
Yeah.
okay. Oof, I'm really going to have to stretch after this. My posture has been abysmal.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, during the stream. Okay. And in 3, 2, 1, this is our final sprint. that was our final sprint. How did everyone do?
Yay, I did good. Got to edit, which was just me rewriting 232 words and took care of the press because Kyrie wanted to go out, so she went potty.
Cool.
Yeah, good. Just going over the voiceover for the trailer. Starting to take form, which is exciting.
Nice. And I played with Loki a little bit more, and I did 178 words of edits.
Woo! What did I do? I finished doing one of the graphs, and I started doing the other graph. And then I have to do more SWOT analyses, 3 more, which I was too lazy to do yesterday. So there's that, but I think it's good. I'm happy with what I've done. There's just a lot more to do. That's the problem.
That's good, though.
Always fun.
Yeah.
You were productive. Yay.
I just want to highlight where I left off so I don't.
That's what I did too. I highlighted.
I'm like, this is where I'm at. So I don't end up either skipping a chunk or having to go back over it. Like, I already fixed that.
Right.
I think that looks better than what I had before.
Yeah. Why is this graph not cool? Oh, because I have no data points. That's why I was like, why is it not showing the axes? Okay, why don't we do outros? Holly?
Thank you for having me as always. Oh, Kyrie's there. So all the dogs can have little dog meows.
Hi, baby.
Hey, Kyrie, say bye. I am a fur mom and a kidlit writer. And yeah, happy to be here as always. I'm excited because for Diversity is Lit, our book club pick for February is Call Us What We Carry by Amanda Gorman. So it's our first
I have that
poetry book, which I'm super excited about. So if you're interested in that, it should be a quick but interesting read.
I had pre-ordered The Hill We Climb from Amazon.
Yeah.
And they sent me that one instead.
Oh.
Like they never sent me The Hill We Climb.
Well.
So yeah, I still want to get The Hill We Climb. Probably.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yes.
Martin.
Thank you for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm Martin. You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/Faldor or Kofi on the subtitle, helpfully. I am a sci-fi writer. I'm part of the AuthorTube Britpack. Subscribe to my channel. We will be doing a new show where we have an hour to outline a TV pilot from randomly generated plot points and characters, which will be happening later this month.
Ooh.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I only link people's Ko-fi pages because I'm trying to bully everyone gently, not so gently, into using their pages. And one thing that everyone should do is link all their social media in the social links on their Ko-fi profiles, if you haven't already.
And I am Nia, the Vixen of Fiction. I'm on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. I post the occasional reel of Loki doing whatever he does, which is a lot. I also host AuthorTubers React, so we'll be doing that at the end of the month. I'm looking forward to it. So we're going to go over the old hashtag harsh writing advice, if you guys remember that. So we're going to have some fun chatting about that. What stuck, what actually turned out not to be harsh, but turned out to be real writing advice. So we'll have a little bit of fun with that. And Sarah is one of my co-hosts, and we have some guest co-hosts that I'm looking forward to. So I'm excited. And let me see. Today at 2, if you want to come join us and talk about The Princess Bride, we will be talking about that, the book and the movie with Natalie, Morgan, and Ben. So that's also a lot of fun. I love adaptations.
On her YouTube channel.
Yeah, on my YouTube channel.
She does a lot on Twitch, but this is on her YouTube.
Yeah, all these are on YouTube. Twitch is usually Friday midday writing sprints.
When I was getting married, the guy doing the ceremony took me aside like 10 minutes before it all happened and said, "Now, would it be funny if I started by going, marriage?" And I couldn't quite find the words to politely but firmly go, "No, please don't do that. Please don't do that. No, thank you. Not right now. This is a real one."
So British. Americans would be like, no.
Yeah. Like, what are you thinking? Do that at your own wedding.
My name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the self-published author of 6 books, a young adult paranormal romance trilogy, and a new adult sci-fi romance trilogy. All of these are available in my Ko-fi shop, which is ko-fi.com/there/shop if you want to go directly there. Tomorrow is the last day to use the code ROAR for 8% off in honor of the Year of the Tiger. And I am also the co-creator and co-host of the Writish podcast. We drop an episode every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Last episode was an interview with Dr. D.P. Lyle, who is a cardiologist, and he is also an author of thriller and suspense and crime books. He's also my God, I had his intro like perfectly in my head 2 weeks ago. He's also advised on multiple TV shows and been thanked in some pretty big authors' books for his knowledge, because he has written books called Forensics for Writers, which is very helpful because he answers a lot of things that you'd be too scared to Google. And he answers some in the podcast episode. So there's that. This coming Tuesday, I interviewed my grad school professor, Lauren Hesse, who is the social media director of Little Brown Books. So that was awesome. So be sure to follow us on whatever podcasting platform you listen to. And our Ko-fi page is also linked on in the bit.ly that is currently scrolling. And if you support us for as little as $1 a month, you get a quick 5-minute-ish preview of each upcoming episode on the Sunday before it drops. We have logo stickers, which are 2 inches in diameter and are matte. They're technically not vinyl, but they kind of act like it. And we will be having more merch in that shop later this year. Kelly's making me wait until I graduate school in May. So yeah, thank you to everyone who was here. I will be streaming again on YouTube on Tuesday and then on Friday on Twitch, all at 9 a.m. Eastern. And I hope to see you at future writing sprints. Bye.